When it comes to cake recipes, I always love trying out different flavors of cakes. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make Oreo loaf cake, which is going to turn out absolutely amazing. It's going to be fluffy, soft, and delicious. It's going to be loaded also with the Oreo cookies, which also I absolutely love. So I hope you'll be trying out this recipe. You can enjoy the cake with a glass of juice or even with a cup of tea, and it's going to be just delicious. To make this fluffy and delicious Oreo cake, you'll need a few ingredients which are going to be very basic. So check the description box for the full cake recipe. Also, you'll need a few kitchen utensils which are going to come in handy. For example, you'll need a mixing bowl, a silicone spatula, hand mixer, and your loaf pan. This is a 9x5 loaf pan which I've sprayed with baking spray and laid parchment paper so that my cake can come out easily. Yes. If you don't have the parchment paper, you can simply sprinkle in some all-purpose flour, dust all the side, and then tap out the excess, and the cake is going to come out easily. Yes. You'll start by preheating your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. In your mixing bowl, you're going to add in 1 cup of margarine or softened butter. And using your hand mixer, you're going to whip up the margarine for around 1 minute until the margarine is soft and fluffy. Once your margarine turns from yellow to pale yellow color, or it's looking very light, it's ready. So you're going to add in 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Use your spatula and mix in the margarine together with the sugar until fully combined. Then you're going to crack in 3 eggs. Over high speed, you're going to whip up your eggs, margarine, and sugar for around 2 to 3 minutes until it's very light and fluffy. In between, you're going to use a spatula and scrape your bowl so that you can make sure all the ingredients are getting fully whipped up. This is how your batter should be looking like after whipping up for around 2 minutes, and it's looking very light and fluffy. In a mixing bowl, you're going to add in half of your all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, vanilla essence, and half of the milk. And at this point, you don't need a hand mixer. All you need is a spatula. So using a spatula, you're going to mix in all the ingredients until fully combined. Add in the rest of the all-purpose flour, milk, fold in carefully. Don't overmix your batter once everything is fully combined. Make sure to scrape the bottom of the bowl. And once done, you're going to be adding in 128 grams of chocolate Oreos, which are going to add in a very nice contrast to the cake. This is how your batter should be looking like once everything is fully combined. So you're going to keep your bowl aside and pick your Oreos, and you're going to break the Oreos in half and into quarters. And once you're done, you're going to place your Oreos aside and pick your loaf pan. Transfer the batter halfway, and then you're going to place in your Oreos. Transfer the rest of the batter in the loaf pan, making sure to scrape your bowl clean. And using your spatula, you're going to level up your butter in the tin, making sure to go to the edges. Placing some more Oreo pieces on the cake. When done, you're going to tap your loaf pan on your countertop for 2 times. This is to release all the air pockets in the batter. And then you're going to be baking your cake at 180 degrees Celsius for 50 to 55 minutes. And to check if your cake is ready, you're going to insert a skewer in the middle of the cake. Once the skewer comes out clean, your cake is ready. So see you after 50 to 55 minutes. After 15 minutes, you're going to remove your cake from your oven, and then you're going to insert a skewer to check if the cake is well baked. And once the skewer comes out clean, the cake is ready. So you're going to rest the cake for 10 minutes before inverting so that it can be easier for you to handle the hot tin. Also, don't invert while the cake is hot because it's going to break apart. So yes, those are 2 tips that you can try before inverting your cake to a cooling rack so that it can cool completely. My cake has completely cooled, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap on my countertop for around 2 times. This is going to make the cake to release from the edges, and then you're going to invert. So carefully, I'm going to place my cake on the palm of my hands. Remove the parchment paper and transfer to my cooling rack. Carefully. Amazing. Once you've transferred the cake to your cooling rack, you're going to wait for the cake to cool completely before slicing. Mine is already cooled, so I'm going to be slicing to show you how delicious the cake is looking. After slicing into the Oreo loaf cake, it's going to be looking incredible, and I absolutely love the texture. It's fluffy, it's soft, and also you can catch the Oreo cookies, which are looking also very yummy. So once you try out the Oreo loaf cake recipe, you won't regret it because it will turn absolutely amazing and very delicious. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll be trying out this easy Oreo loaf cake recipe.